All right, everybody, welcome back to Bourbon Flights OKC. This is season number 2 and episode 1, of course. And things are looking a little different around here. This is the bar that we were talking about for the last 10 episodes of, of season number 1. But it's complete. Thank you, Jason, for your efforts.
It was a nightmare and a disaster, but it turned out all right.
That's right. Also, we don't have mics hanging over us because we have these cool little wireless mics. We have a new camera. Again, thanks to you for that. Yeah. I really haven't done anything, have I? Yeah, I moved loaf.
Yeah, you
know. does that count?
We are taking up half of your TV viewing area.
That is true. So. But I mean, we got the furniture slider, so we can move this thing around. So it's not too bad. So season number 2 is entitled Kickoff. It is the Barrell Bourbon versus Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, and we're also going to unveil, or start, I should say, our Infinity bottle as well, which we've been thinking about doing for a while.
Yeah, and one of our friends had a great suggestion on what we should do with that.
Yes.
Well, do you want to tell him?
What do you mean? I don't know. What do you...
Well, he said we should keep an infinity bottle of all of our favorite ones.
Oh, yes. Okay, yes.
And then we've expanded on that.
Yes.
And we got an infinity bottle to see how many wrongs to make a right.
That's right. The skull.
The skull of death. We've had some pretty
bad
ones
in the past. What do you
past.
think? Ancient Age Preferred is going in there.
Yes. The Whistle Pig tenure was pretty...
we haven't done that on the show, but that's not good.
Oh, yeah. The Larceny.
That Larceny was not good.
A125, that was not good.
The Koval, again, we haven't had that on the show, but that's another one.
We've got a few in mind.
Yes. So this will probably be a bit of a longer episode because we've got a lot of things to do. But let's start off with you brought the Barrell Bourbon. It is the single barrel, and it is a barrel pick.
Yes, correct? Yes. And from my understanding, talking to Clint and even with Justin W, the bourbon legend,
himself.
Justin and Dwayne Poor were involved with this pick for Whiskey Cabinet and Clint. So,
I think it says. The Poor Man's Pour.
Yes.
Barrell Bourbon, single barrel, cask strength. It is a 5-year, 60.8%, 121.6 proof, which we, your friend Daniel was over at your house and started telling us the story about how proof came to be.
Right.
And I just have we don't need to spend a ton of time on it, but I thought it was really cool. So it says, according to the legend, the concept of proof comes from soldiers in the British Royal Navy who back in the 18th century had to douse their gunpowder in rum to test its potency. If wet gunpowder still ignited, it was proof that the alcohol content was high enough, about 57% ABV, which would be, 114?
114.
Wow, I did that math really fast.
Look at you.
I'm impressed. All right, so I guess let's just get into it. So I think we're going to start with the barrel,
yes,
correct?
It's the lower proof.
So do you want to start pouring that while I kind of do the overview of this? So again, this is our friends at Breaking Bourbon, as usual. It is a straight bourbon from Barrel Craft Spirits. The distillery is undisclosed. I've never seen a distillery undisclosed.
You're right.
The proof is 108.64 according to this one, but that is 121.6 because again, this is a barrel pick, and this is aged. That one's aged 5 years, and it says the mash bill is undisclosed, but it includes corn, rye, and malted barley.
It smells good, from what I could smell. Oh, look at that. And I already spilled. First one to spill.
That's right. At least you polyed the top of it. Like you were just talking about. You've spoken into existence.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That is good. What is that on the front end?
I don't know. I spilled some on myself. Classic Eric.
Right? I mean, I smell...
Man, it's pretty good.
Like a light cinnamon.
Yeah.
But it's not like an overpowering.
Light cinnamon, there's like good rice spice on the end too. It's not like too hot.
Right.
But, let's give my heart a little hug though.
See, I don't...
No, you're not getting that?
No.
I also had heartburn last night, so from all the chicken quesadillas
and the
chips,
the barbecue pork,
pork,
pulled pork from
our executive producer today, Brandon behind the camera, had some amazing pulled pork yesterday. All right, well, I guess we'll just dive into it here. Wow, this is a weird review.
Oh yeah, and this is at Whiskey Cabinet in Edmond, where this is available.
So it says cinnamon, creme brulee, and toasted oak comprise a rather inviting nose. I don't know if I get creme brulee. I definitely get the cinnamon.
Yeah, I don't know about I get the cinnamon, but it's not a bad. Some cinnamon's too strong. And
you know what, too? And I think like when I think creme brulee, I think of that like burnt sugar on the top.
Right. Where if it's too much, it's bitter. If it's that nice brown, it's good.
Yeah. If people just I hate when they do it and they don't do it enough, and it's this like soggy, gross sugar concoction on top of your custard. It's so bad. The sip is medium bodied. Spice erupts on the tongue with vanilla, cornbread, and toasted marshmallow. Cornbread. That's the first.
I don't know about corn. I love cornbread, but I don't. The marshmallow on the finish, I get that. The toasted marshmallow?
I get the marshmallow, yeah. I don't get the cornbread.
Yeah, I don't.
At all. The spice lingers in the finish, which turns slightly dry with hints of vanilla and burnt brown sugar sweetness. I could see that. I could agree with that. It's weird that I can move around. I'm not used to this yet.
I know, right?
Very strange. Sorry. I'm just random squirrel thought in my brain. But yeah.
I like that. For 121 proof?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all. And again, I mean, this review is actually a 108.64 14 year is the review that they have up here. So, I mean, again, it's going to be different. But,
right.
I mean, I think we're seeing most of the things that they're talking about in this review.
There's kind of like a tang on this. I don't know.
On the finish?
Like when I'm first drinking it, it hits the front of your tongue, you get some of the sweeter stuff, and then when it hits the middle and the sides of my tongue, I get like a tang, almost like an orange peel or orange zest type thing.
Yep, I see exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. No, yep. I was trying to figure that out because it was like, God, because sometimes you'll eat candy or a fruit that's has a little bit of sour, and it'll give you that little tingle on the sides of your tongue. Yeah, it's good. I like that.
You remember Tang?
Yes.
The orange stuff?
Yes. Isn't that what the astronauts went to the moon with?
That's right. That and Dippin' Dots. That's a pretty good pour.
Yeah. $99.
Yep.
At Whiskey Cabinet.
And that checks out because that's what they're saying MSRP on this one, although this one is 14 year. I don't know, though.
And Clint still has some left, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Very cool.
I'm getting that hug now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely warming your heart a little bit. So I guess we need to figure, and we can just do this now because we don't have to stop the camera every 15 minutes.
Right.
Do you want to put it in the infinity bottle? Or should we wait and compare? And then
let's compare.
Okay.
Let's do that at the end of the episode.
All right, so the next one is, and I remember having the same problem last time. Breaking Bourbon doesn't have a review for the single barrel, private barrel, barrel proof, 8-year.
Barrel selection.
Yeah, it's
from Modern Liquor.
If you watched, I don't know what episode number it was, but it's the Elijah Craig single barrel, private barrel, 8-year, 125.6 proof.
Yes.
I think that's all of it.
And that is Modern Liquor. That is also George's Liquor downtown.
People.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I guess I will pour those while you.
I'm going to finish this.
We didn't put it on the ice, though.
We'll do it after.
All right. There we go.
It's been so long.
It's a new show. It's a new format, right?
That's right.
New executive producer.
We're going to have a new logo. I don't know if it'll be ready by the time this airs, but
that's all right.
We'll have a new logo. All right. Well, we just had a poltergeist moment.
Yes.
Both lights went out. I don't know what that was about, but
we'll blame it on
because you said new show.
Oh.
I was like, we're screwing the new show up. Anyway, back to the Elijah Craig.
Yes.
The Elijah Craig single barrel, private barrel, 8-year, 125.6 proof.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Yes.
Again.
Look at you.
It's probably just stored back here from the last time we did it because I said it so many times. All right. So, again, I couldn't find, same problem as last time. I know we've already reviewed this, but we want to compare the two. This is from Amongst the Whiskey because the Breaking Bourbon didn't have a review of it. So it's a little bit different. This is from Heaven Hill, Elijah Craig Distillery Co. We love Heaven Hill stuff, as you know. It says whiskey type bourbon. Did you know that? The mash bill percentage is 78% corn, 10% rye, 12% barley. The proof is 125.1 with the asterisk because this is 125.6. Yep. It's aged
George's
8
doesn't
years.
half-ass it.
And then he has, obviously, this is a different barrel, but this review is a barrel pick.
Oh, it is?
From Dion's team, whoever Dion is. Not sure who that is.
Maybe Sanders?
Yeah, Dion Sanders.
Wait, are we going to get fined for that?
Well, probably. NIL. We have to give him NIL money now. All right.
Still smells good.
It's so good, man. All the Elijah Craig stuff
they're
is
good.
So good.
They're good.
It's so solid. It's easy to find.
You know what it kind of smells like?
It's not expensive.
It smells like a little bit hotter version of the Bottled in Bond 1792. That sweetness behind it.
Yeah, I can see that.
And
we still have that.
And Justin got some more.
Did he?
Yeah.
Justin G?
He did. Nice. He's the legend.
He's
the legend with the great ideas. He's the one who suggested the
good and bad infinity bottles.
Yeah.
That is such a cool bottle. I like that. All right. The dogs are crying downstairs.
Yes, they usually do.
Unfortunate.
Man, that is sweet and
good.
That
is so good, man. That is such a good drink.
I
think I like it better than
I
the
do too.
Proof.
I do too.
Yeah.
I mean, the barrel is great. It's great.
Is.
But that just...
Yeah. For being higher proof, it drinks so much better.
Yeah.
I think.
You can get those your favorite red fruits.
That's right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm.
And for being a higher proof,
mm-hmm.
I don't get the warm hug.
No, good amount of spice on the end. So
it's not even that spicy on the end.
This is the guy with all the stuff.
Yes, these spices no one's ever heard of.
I mean, the nose is 2 paragraphs long. So sugary tones jump out of the glass. So this is the nose. Peanut brittle, toffee, and classic Heaven Hill vanilla. I remember saying I didn't know that there was a classic Heaven Hill vanilla. I remember saying that from last episode. Almond starts out simple before blooming into the smell of a sweet amaretto. A tinge of linen creeps up. I just want to read this because this guy is so over the top. Linen
smells like somebody's
dirty underwear.
No, it smells like the fishing nets. That's what linen always smells. You know, you fish, you go fishing, you pull it out, and that it's got that fishy smell. That's what linen smells like.
So it says, I'm just going to read all of this because this guy is so over the top. A tinge of linen creeps up next to rich oak and caramel popcorn.
Did you say lemon?
No, a tinge of linen.
Oh, linen. What?
Tinge of linen.
Who chews on their laundry?
I don't know. This guy.
Well, I did have a dog that used to eat the dryer sheets.
Well, I mean, they smell good. It must taste good, right?
I had a kid that used to eat the dog food.
Coming back, more traditional vanilla and dark woodshop tones are dispersed through the glass. Overall, smells like a solid, well-aged bourbon with black pepper and leather just starting to come around. Bright red peppers provide a little heat on deep inhales on a well-rested glass. Swirling things around produces more notes of the lovely medley of vanilla and black pepper that tickles the nostrils. The disturbed liquid below has upset the balance of the glass, and an angry proof wall guards the surface from being supplanted by any aromas. I can't read anymore.
Yeah, it's making me angry.
Yes, it's
There's nothing angry about this.
No. Lavender calms the glass from doozy to dozy.
This is...
So this guy used to be... He must have been like an author or something, you know, because he's using like a lot of metaphors and stuff and weird,
an editor.
Yeah, it's
Mr. Thesaurus. When I smell this, it reminds me of going to a seafood restaurant and you get that small hint of the cocktail sauce with your raw oysters. That sweet ketchup mixed with the... You don't get that?
No.
Yeah, I have...
I also only use horseradish on my oysters. I don't use cocktail sauce. So.
God, I need to go back to New England.
Oh, I know.
We need to put fuel pods on your plane so we can get more range. Or actually, we just go through Louisville.
Yeah.
We'll probably never make it past Louisville.
I mean, that's what we did on the way down here is we just... Like when we brought the plane out from Connecticut, we just stopped in Louisville for a night and then...
I just moved there. I'd probably never leave.
Yeah, just never leave.
All right. See, I digress again.
The palate. A small sip to open the palate up is laden with dark cherry, plum, orange peel, and a thick mouth coating of caramel. Another sip is again fruity with new layers of heft and spice reminiscent of the first bite into a hot tamale. No. Light tarragon leans more towards the sweet side of bittersweet and introduces a nice wave of lemongrass and honeysuckle. Sugar cookie evolves into cherry tart. This doesn't have a ton of depth, but it makes up for the high-quality flavors. Raspberry scones sit towards the back of the tongue, while lemon Italian shaved ice tingles on the tip. What is this guy talking about?
You said you were going to stop reading. First of all, I've never had half of those things.
No.
So I don't even know what that tastes like.
It all sounds bad. Like, I don't know what this guy is on. I mean, maybe he's right, but I'm not getting... Maybe his palate is more refined than ours.
Obviously. Maybe a little overly refined. I mean, both are great. I like the Elijah Craig better. Man, that sucks. And there's no more of that, too.
I agree.
I mean, that's a good question. We need to figure out, do we want to do a little bit from every episode for our bottle, our Infinity bottle, or only just the ones we feel are the best?
Yeah. I don't know.
I like that Elijah Craig.
Yeah.
But I don't know if is it worthy of the first?
I think so, because it's Elijah Craig.
It is. God,
because we're such Heaven Hill fans, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I love everything that Heaven Hill does, except for, I don't even think I have it anymore.
What was that?
Oh, this. I did save it so that we could put it in the Infinity bottle if we wanted to. I wasn't super impressed. So this is the Heaven Hill Bottled in Bond. It was okay. It wasn't like...
Yeah, I remember when we first tasted it, we did not like it at all, and then we revisited it. It was okay. It was a little better. It got better, but it wasn't memorable by any means.
I
mean, if I had my choice of what should be the first thing put into that bottle, it's right here.
Yeah.
From Justin G.
But I feel like he has to be on the podcast.
I agree. So maybe we should wait.
I think we should still put... If we want to put the Elijah Craig in there, I think we should do it. But I think we should wait for him.
Okay. So we'll reserve this.
Because it's not like it matters what goes in first. It's all going to be mixed up at the end.
Right. But still, it's the thought. Justin came up with it.
It's the thought that counts.
It does. And he's a good
man.
man.
It's not my fault he's not here this weekend.
I know, but he's a good guy.
He is a good dude.
And a good
all
cook.
Right. Do you want to put ice on these?
Yeah, we could try it.
Do a little
and
ice.
See if that changes our mind
a
little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to take a quick break. We'll hear from our sponsor, and we'll put ice in that in the meantime. We'll be right back. Bourbon Flights OKC podcast is proudly sponsored by Bark Brew Coffee Co. Dive into the rich, bold world of Bark Brew Coffee, where every sip supports shelter dogs in need. Ethically sourced and craft roasted, our coffee brings a new level of depth to your morning routine. For the bourbon enthusiasts out there, our blend are the perfect companion to your favorite spirit. Exclusively for listeners of this podcast, enjoy 10% off your order with code BARK10 at checkout. Elevate your coffee experience with Bark Brew Coffee. Cheers to great mornings and even greater causes. All right, everybody, welcome back. We have successfully put ice into
No. We put it on the ice.
We put it on the ice.
On the ice.
We have successfully put the bourbon on the ice. And we've killed the Elijah Craig bottle, unfortunately.
Yes, but
should we need a moment of silence?
The sad thing is, that's it.
It's gone.
There's no more.
We'll never have it again.
That's why we always saying, if you get a chance to grab a barrel pick, grab a barrel pick.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's do the.
Start with barrel of the lower proof.
Yes, let's do it.
All right.
On the ice. You poured me a lot. Jesus.
Yes, I was in control.
Man, it smells like nothing. I smell my nose. I was trying to smell it too much.
That's actually pretty good on ice. A little spicier.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I liked it neat. I think I like it better neat.
I don't know. I'm pretty torn.
Yeah?
That's good. It takes that hug out, but still leaves the spice behind.
Yeah, but there's nothing on the nose, though, is the problem.
Well, I know, but
I don't know. I feel like it muted. I agree that it's brought the spice out a little bit more, but everything else is gone for me.
Yeah.
It's just a spicy bourbon.
It's lost that love and feeling.
That's right.
Do we get dinged for that too? Probably. Or do we have to sing like more than a chord before?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's good.
It's good. I like it better neat.
There's definitely more flavor neat. I mean, but a lot of times it is. The only time I really like, as everything's evolved over the show, everything we used to like on ice, and now we're getting more neat. I think the more The things that I like on ice is when it's just so ethanol-y that you gotta
have to cool
cut
down.
it out,
and
then it allows all the flavors and the spice to come through.
Yep.
As opposed to that, oh my God, is that cheap sake?
For sure. Yeah. No, I agree with you. I think it's like, and I say this all the time, it's interesting how some things you will put ice on, and it makes it better, and then some things it just completely ruins it. Yeah. I don't think this ruins it. I don't think it makes it better. I would say it's not as good neat for me, but I don't think it's like ruined. It doesn't taste bad with ice, you know.
Okay, I would agree with that.
All right, the Elijah Craig.
I just feel
Elijah Craig single barrel, private barrel, barrel proof, 125.6
from Modern Liquor,
8-year.
That hopefully you were lucky
enough to get. Did I say it all?
I think you did.
Good. Is
wow.
that single barrel? Yes.
That smell, you got a good oaky smell on it, like a light oaky smell. That's good. I'm just afraid it's going to take all the taste out because that is so good when it's neat. It just,
It's dull.
Yeah. Much better neat. Much better neat. I mean, it's still good. Don't get me wrong. But it almost like, you know what it kind of reminds me? It's like when you drink Eagle Rare. It's easy to drink, but there's just not a whole lot going on there.
Yeah.
And this is kind of like...
I think on the ice, I think the barrel is better than the Elijah Craig. But I think neat, the Elijah Craig.
I would agree with that.
So speaking of that, neat out of 10, barrel.
I'm going to go with a 7.5.
7.8.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty close.
Wow, and I thought I liked it more than you.
Yep. Elijah Craig, single barrel, private barrel.
I'm going to go with 8.3, 8.
Yeah, I'm an 8.2.
Yeah, I mean
8.3, somewhere in there. Yeah, it's definitely it's. I just love Heaven Hill products, man. I don't know what it is. Like, you know how they talk about like people have different palates. Like some people really like Willet, and they call it a Willet palate. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I have a Heaven Hill palate. I must, because everything that we drink from them, even down to the mellow corn, like, you know, it's.
And we pretty much have agreed on everything except for the barrel rye.
I knew you were going to have to bring that up at some point. It's not good.
We
need to have it on the show.
I know. I saved it because I like rice, and
I like rice too.
It's funny. I don't
like that one though. Because it's not good.
I find myself shifting more and more towards rye right now, or rye, higher rye content.
Yeah.
Especially with that Amberana too. I really dig in the Amberana right now. Now Barrell does do one with an Amberana.
Yeah.
There's a couple others. So
full disclosure, I had never had another Barrell product other than that rye.
Oh yeah.
So I was unsure.
Neither have I.
But this is good.
Yeah.
That rye is bad.
That
rye is objectively bad. It's not good. It's not good, dude. It's not good. It's not good.
I think it's okay, but I don't think it's bad.
We need to have. You know what we need to do? We need to have like. When you go out there,
when the wives let us out the door.
When you go out there, we need to like bring that around to people and be like, "Hey, try this. What do you think of it?" Because that's really the one bottle.
I feel like this is a setup because you're gonna like bring Justin W in here and like, what do you think about this? And he knows everything about.
Like when we go see Carla, right? We're gonna go film at Carla's. Like, bring that bottle, let her try it. Like, let other people try it because that is really the one bottle.
That's a good point.
That we are completely apart on.
Yeah.
Usually we're right there.
Yeah.
That's the one like big disagreement we have is that barrel rye.
Yeah.
Because it's bad.
and just Kicking Bird has a barrel selection coming in of Elijah Craig. Yeah.
Would you know which one it is? Probably small batch. Hopefully.
I'll have to ask Carla.
I think small batch is
Carla and I talked about it a little bit, and we're gonna go out there on location. And the nice thing is Carla is the manager out there, and Carla, there's another Carla that's the owner, but Carla, the manager, will be there. And she tries everything before they put it on the shelf.
And she's just the sweetest lady.
She's fantastic. Both of them are fantastic.
Yes. I've never met the owner. I've only met the manager, and she is just the sweetest lady.
I can't give you all my sources, man.
Yeah, I know. A lot of the secret man over here. So I think it's time to initiate the infinity bottle. So I've put an ounce of the Elijah Craig into this beaker. You need lab coats.
Yes.
Anyway, here we go.
All right, the first official.
The first one has gone in there. So I also have an app, and I'm going to take a second to look it up so that if you guys want to start your own infinity bottle, I just have to find my phone. There it is.
It's nice.
Is it the Whiskey Shelf? Is that what it's called?
I believe it is. Not only will it track your infinity bottle, and you can enter in the proof, what you put in there, and it'll tell you the combined proof between them, the average proof, but you can also track your bourbon collection, and you can scan the barcodes on the back, and it'll input it in.
Yeah, it is.
So you don't double
Shelf.
buy.
Yeah, it is the Whiskey Shelf app. You can. Yeah, I mean.
Again, Justin G gave us.
Justin G with the hookup.
Referred us to that
usual. One. Well, this was interesting.
So, quick question, like we always say, the barrel. How much would you pay?
Well, how much was it?
It was $99.
Oh, I wouldn't pay any more than that. I probably wouldn't pay that for that bottle.
Yeah. What about the Elijah Craig?
And that was what?
I don't remember.
Probably like
60. Probably 70 something.
Do they have the MSRP on here? They don't. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Talk amongst yourselves.
I want to say it was like 69, 79.
69. So I'm showing anywhere between $70 and $100.
And was that secondary market?
No, this is Mission Wine and Spirits has it for $70.
Okay. Yeah, so $69, $79.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay the $100 that some people are asking. I'd pay $80 probably.
I would pay more for this than I did this.
Yeah, I would. I wouldn't pay $99 for that.
No.
I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it again. No. The barrel picks still.
And it's not bad.
It's great. It's
overpriced.
A little bit, yeah. But most barrel picks are, and that's just, again, our opinion, because like we like to say, it's what's the best bourbon? The one you like.
That's right.
I'm sure there's somebody out there that will love it more than us. Yeah. But it's still good. But
yeah, it's good. But the
Heaven Hill is just
Heaven Hill
kicking
so
butt right now.
Yeah, I love everything that they're doing.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
We've got some exciting things coming on. We want to give anything away.
Well, no, but I mean we can talk about it because this is the first episode of the new season. I mean, as you said, we're going to do a lot more on location stuff now that we have the camera and these new microphones. Whiskey Fest is coming up. We should probably talk about that.
Yes.
Oklahoma City Whiskey Fest is
the 17th.
Next weekend, the 17th. There's not a lot of tickets left. Hopefully you've already gotten your tickets. We will be there.
Yeah.
We will be filming there.
Yeah.
I need to start reaching out to some people that are also going to be there so that that they know we're coming, or not just sticking a camera in their face.
Right.
But yeah, so we'll have a lot of content from there. It should be a pretty cool experience. I'm sure we'll have Justin W on because he's going to be there.
Oh, is he? Good.
Yeah, I think. What's the other guy?
Jason and the other guys from the Whiskey Club coming?
I think so.
Okay.
Yep.
Maybe we can hook up with them and because they've always got some pretty good.
Yeah, I mean it'll just be fun to try new things and talk shit about the ones we don't like. Stir the pot a little bit.
Well, but even just discover some new things. Like we were in the liquor store the other day, and that kid walked in, young guy, and was looking for a good bottle, and you had suggested the Henry McKenna.
Well, you could tell. I mean, he was looking at the kind of the mid shelf stuff, and that's right around your $50 to $60, and you could tell he was like, oh man, I don't really want to spend that much money. And I was like, bro, come over here.
Yeah, I mean,
McKenna,
the Henry McKenna,
for $12 or whatever it was. I mean,
so smooth, you can't go wrong, and it's
I think
better.
We're gonna do because our two favorite cheap ones are the Evan Williams 1783 small batch, which I have right here.
Yeah,
and then the McKenna, the big bottle of McKenna. So I think that'll probably be the next episode.
Yeah.
Because those are our two favorite, like really cheap, easy to find.
I wouldn't say cheap. I'd just say low cost.
Low cost.
Because, I mean, remember, even Buffalo Trace started at the bottom. A lot of these bourbons started at the bottom. And once people found out about them, they became more expensive, harder to find.
I think those are better than Buffalo Trace.
I would agree 100%.
Mm-hmm. Buffalo Trace is so overrated, dude.
It still kills me. I just was telling him off screen when we had our our little excursion up to Ponca City, and the lady said, "I've got Buffalo Trace in the back." Yeah. The guy I'm not going to say where it was, but he's like, "Hey, I've got some BT, like looking like it's on the download, like I'm buying heroin or something." And I was like, "BT," and I go, "Buffalo Trace." He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh, how much do you want for it?" He's like, $39. No thanks.
Yeah, I'll go to Chino's and get it for 26.
26. Yeah. So
awesome.
But anyway, a lot of good stuff coming up.
Yeah, we're excited. I mean, we've
guests now.
Guests. We've been talking to a distributor. I mean, I feel like, again, and I said this in the last episode of season 1, is like, season 1 was a total proof of concept. Like, see if it works. Like, work out the kinks.
Is anybody going to pay attention?
Is anybody going to watch? And really, I mean, the reaction to this, I guess, for lack of a better term, has been great. I mean, we have a lot of people that watch it. I mean, we have made especially a lot of good relationships with liquor store owners. You now have a relationship with a distributor, which hopefully will come in big for us. But I think this is the season where we really take it to the next level. I mean, we've got the new bar, we have the new set, and then get people in here to kind of not only industry experts but our friends and people that like to drink bourbon. I also think it would be cool. I'm pointing at Brandon right now. I think it would be cool to do because you have like a non-alcoholic bourbon. Yeah. Because that's a big thing right now in the industry is like let's try some NA cocktails and NA drinks and stuff like that. So we should try those as well. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be a cool thing to do for people that maybe like bourbon and don't drink for whatever reason, or they don't drink at all, but want to see what bourbon's about. I mean, stuff's out there. Yeah. You have one, I think, right? Yeah. So, I mean, the possibilities are endless for season 2, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Anything else? Comments, concerns, accolades, criticisms, questions?
I'm sad that the Elijah Craig is gone.
Yes.
That was good.
It was good. Everything they do is good. Yeah. I've never had a bad Elijah Craig. I always will have a bottle. It's right here. I will always have a bottle of a small batch. I mean, there's not much, so I need to go out and get more. But it's just so good. It's
funny you say that because there's another bottle right here.
Pull this out of my bag of tricks.
And this one is this is a private barrel from Whiskey Cabinet.
And I know we said this the last time we reviewed Elijah Craig. If you haven't had Elijah Craig product, I know not everybody out there has the means or wants to spend $50 or $60 or $70 on a bottle of bourbon, but you will get what you pay for. Yeah. That is one of the things that I think that we want to pass along is there's a lot of these like overspending on Buffalo Trace and Blanton's and it's not just those two. There's a lot of stuff out there that you're going to overpay on. I think Elijah Craig is one of the rarities where it's like, even if you're spending $80, even if $100, like
it's still worth it.
It's still worth it. Yeah, it's a really good bottle.
Some new stuff coming out from Four Roses as well this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I believe so. We'll have to check.
That's another good one that we like too. It's Four Roses.
Yeah.
Is it time to end?
I believe it is.
Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us on this bourbon journey through OKC. Remember, there is a world of bourbon out there waiting to be explored, one sip at a time. Until next time, keep your glasses full and your spirits high. Hey, man, and here's to season 2.
Season 2.
Cheers.
Cheers.